Hi everyone, Kevin here from Golf Guy Reviews, and in this video I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today. I'm down here at Leigh Golf Studio, which is brand new in Essex. It's only been open a few weeks, and they've got some fantastic trackman facilities that they've allowed me to use today. So what I thought I'd do is actually put these facilities to good use. So what I've got here is I've got a pair of spiked golf shoes. So these are the Under Armour Speed 4 GTX with a strong focus on stability, and I've also got a pair of the Nike Air Max 270G. So these are a spikeless golf shoe, again very popular at the moment. And lastly, I've got a pair of my running trainers. So these are the Nike React Flyknit, which have got no stability whatsoever when it comes to golf because they're very soft and squishy and they've got a soft top on them. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to hit some drivers. So I'm going to hit 6 drives with each of these shoes and trainers. And we're going to actually see whether or not it makes a difference in regards to the distances and the accuracy. I think it'll be a really interesting test. It's something that I've never done before, so hopefully you're going to enjoy it too. And actually, one of the added benefits of being here at the Leigh Golf Studio is that they've got an LET professional. So Dulcie Sverdloff is here at the moment. She's working as a professional and she's on the European tour. At the moment, unfortunately, the ladies' European tour isn't running because of COVID and the situation, but luckily enough, she's agreed to actually participate in this video. So a bit later on, you're actually going to see Dulcie hit some of her drives as well. She's going to be using a pair of FootJoy Pro SLs and also then just a pair of Air Max 270 trainers. Not the spikeless golf shoes, just the trainers. So again, it's going to be really interesting to see the difference for an average golfer like me, just an 18 handicapper, as well as the difference for a professional women's golfer as well. So I think we should jump straight in. Right, there you go. So that's all the shots there, both from me and Dulcie as well, you've seen. And so just for clarity, I have deleted all of my duff shots. Now, as I mentioned all the time, I am an average golfer. I'm an 18 handicapper, so I do hit a lot of duff golf shots. That's just the way of life. So for the sake of the test, I've kind of deleted those and just included the shots that generally kind of represent what I'm doing at the moment and just kind of all right swings on the ball there. So interesting here, we've got all the stats, and first of all, you can probably see on the screen here, we've got this rather delightful looking spirograph, kind of looks like my 1-year-old come up with it, but that's all the different kind of colours of the different shoes that I was wearing, so we can run through them. So first of all, interestingly, I started with the Under Armour. So that should be, you know, the most stable golf shoe, giving me the most stable platform to hit off of. And on that one, I was averaging 225 yards of carry on average of those 6 shots. Then if we go on to, this is called the Rocher here, but it's not the Rocher. I didn't wear the Rocher shoe, so this is the Air Max 270. I apologise. So when you see Rocher, it's actually the Air Max 270G. With the Air Max 270G, I hit 210 average yards on my drive. So you can see there, you know, I was definitely driving it further with the Under Armour at 225. Then if we take a look at the Flyknit trainers, so again, 220. So that's quite interesting there, actually. They are the softest, squishiest shoes that I use today, and yet actually the Flyknit trainers went further than the spikeless golf shoes. So that's kind of a really interesting result for me. I didn't really expect to see that. I definitely really felt the squishiness of the Flyknit trainers. I didn't feel that stable, I didn't feel that confident, but clearly maybe just the comfort of those shoes allowed me to kind of relax into it a little bit. I did wonder if actually starting with the spiked golf shoes meant that I actually warmed up into them. So I then went and tried the Under Armour on again. And you can see here, my Under Armour, my average actually increased to 231. So I was hitting the furthest shots with the spiked golf shoes. But this is a very kind of sterile environment in here. You know, you've got the artificial turf, you've got, you know, you're not really going to slip in terms of any mud or different lies. So it'd be really interesting to actually do this test out on the golf course to see what a difference it makes wearing spiked or spikeless, or even just trainers, out in the real world on the course. So I'm going to try and do that later as well. Now, luckily, we did have Dulcie here today, who is as I said, a ladies European Tour player. And so we got her to hit a few shots for us as well, a few drives. So starting out with her Pro SLs, so she averaged 220.3 carry with her Pro SLs on those 6 drives. And then compare that to her 270 trainers, so not the 270 golf shoes, just the 270 trainers. She actually averaged carry 223. So she actually carried 3 yards more in her trainers compared to her Pro SLs, but she said that she felt a lot more stable and a lot more comfortable and a lot more consistent in her Pro SLs. She definitely said that she noticed the difference with the trainers. She was definitely feeling that she was, kind of leaning forwards and over the ball more, which was really kind of exaggerating her kind of in to out path. Now, I find that really, really interesting and fascinating, the fact that actually there's not too much of a difference between the two. But again, this is in a sterile environment with, a really flat surface. So it'll be really interesting to see how it works out in the real world, out on the golf course. Another thing she did mention as well with Dulcie is that she has been, giving lessons and coaching in the trainers for weeks and weeks and weeks, compared to, being in the Pro SLs. She had a couple of weeks off of golf at the moment, so felt a little bit different in there. But she definitely said that these felt a lot more stable to her. So that's really kind of interesting there. One key takeaway from this, well, I suppose it's no surprise whatsoever, but Dulcie's consistency when ball striking was just out of this world compared to mine. It was just ridiculous. Now, she is a professional player. She's got a skill set that just is far superior to mine. Blows mine out of the water. But she come on, and you can see here, just 6 strikes straight away, 220, 218, 223, 219, 213, 227. Really kind of consistent in those distances there, and the accuracy was pretty much down the middle, kind of same shot straight that she was hitting every time. Again, when she did it in the trainers, again, 223, 216, 225, 224, 225, 223. Really, really consistent. With me, I had to hit quite a few shots, certainly as I started out, because I was just kind of, topping them, skying them, duck hooking them, running them along the flat ground. It was just like all over the gaff. So this kind of is the really interesting point to the conclusion for me, I think. For your average golfer like me and you down the camera, maybe you're not an average golfer, I don't know, but for the average golfer like me, 18 handicap golfer, there are so many inconsistent kind of variables when it comes to your golf swing. Not only have you got the environment, whether you've got slippery ground, uneven turf, all that kind of stuff, but actually you've got the wind, the rain, the elements, and then you factor in the fact that you've got a golfer like me who can barely hit it the same twice in a row. How much difference are you really getting from your golf shoes? Here, at the moment, it's kind of suggesting not that much difference, maybe kind of 10 yards, if that, but there was a lot of golf shots in there. Say that again. But there are a lot of duff golf shots in there as well to kind of, throw out these numbers a bit. So let me know down in the comments, what do you think? Do you feel that you would actually get better numbers from playing in a spiked golf shoe compared to a spikeless golf shoe, or even a pair of running trainers? Do you not even care? Do you just use running trainers? I really hope you enjoyed this video today, so hit that like button if you did. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can keep up to date with all my latest reviews of golf shoes, clothing and tech right here on Golf Guy Reviews.